we're back again. View from the Stands, another week, another podcast. In a week that coronavirus is threatening to end football, humanity and podcasting forever. We're back here in the midst of all the chaos. So yeah, we're back again. All four people are back.
All of us.
From the whole lineup again. Alex, Connell, Harvey and Tom. I'm Jordan. We'll obviously get into the main point of the episode later on today, but I suppose quite a bit's happened in the last week or so to talk about. I think good thing to be talked about is how it's not coronavirus ending Liverpool's title charge. Might be Liverpool Football Club themselves ending the best ever season. So I suppose we'll go over to the Liverpool expert in the over on my right hand side here.
The event that's top on.
Alexander Noonan here.
So what? We've lost one game.
Chelsea now.
Premier League. We've lost one game in like a year. Who cares? That shows how good we are. That all of you little
not
people
quite Arsenal,
down below,
not quite Arsenal.
all of hiding in the shadows are going, oh, you lost. Like, who cares?
Not
honestly
Arsenal.
cares?
You when you lost your head.
I did lose my head for about
What did you say in the pub?
just a few.
Go on, tell us the one you told us.
Michael Oliver, pull your head out, you fucking ass.
And then walked out the pub, didn't you?
But you know, that was in the moment, and now, you know, focus on the Champions League.
For the people into stats now, this Liverpool side have lost more games already this season than United did in the treble season 99.
Oh, there you go. Nice little stat for you, Alex. Write that one down.
I mean, yeah, less competitive, I'd say.
So if we're being serious here, why couldn't Liverpool, with as good as the side they have, like compete on all three major trophy fronts? Because this is a side who really should have been looking at going far in all competitions for the treble, I think, personally.
Injuries, I'd say. I mean,
Henderson's a big miss.
Fabinho's been injured for ages. Matip's been injured for ages. Gomez just got injured. Mane's been injured for a while. You know? I mean, everyone's giving like City excuses this season about injuries, so why can't we got, you know, I'd be like half our first team has been injured for a bit, so.
I think Henderson gets I think a lot of people can't fully get behind Henderson sometimes, but I think we've noticed what a good player he is when he hasn't played.
Shows the miss in the squad, doesn't it, when he's not playing recently, like Chelsea last night.
Keeps the game ticking, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Fabinho's just so off the pace at the moment.
Yeah. He's only got back from injury again recently, hasn't he? About a month,
yeah. He was terrible last night. So, but we go again.
So you can do.
Saturday.
Are you nervous for that? Do you think you'll bounce back, especially after losing midweek as well?
4 off.
No, just not
games.
in terms. I think you obviously win the league, but do you think you're going to struggle to beat Bournemouth now or not?
No.
I think
Please
you should
beat
be alright.
Bournemouth, please.
Okay. At home, I think.
I think easy. It could be like what City usually do, is where when they lose one, they absolutely tear the next team apart. Like that time they lost, I don't know who it was too, and then they beat Watford 8-0.
Can we just go to when I got abused for saying Origi wasn't a good player, and he's been terrible this season.
He's a good player.
He's not though.
He's a good player.
He wasn't very good.
He scored big goals, but he's not.
And that's what
player.
you need from him. He's a striker.
But he's not a good player.
Okay.
I think what's been underestimated is the effect that Irish kid had on Klopp, because obviously he sent that letter to that United fan saying, basically asking Liverpool why they don't ever lose or anything. Klopp sends them a nice response back about how they're going to keep winning. Since that letter was sent, they've lost 3 out of the last 4 games.
Excellent. I haven't seen about that before.
Have you not? No. Yeah, he sent a little United fan sent a letter over saying like, oh yeah, all my friends are taking the mick out of me at school because I'm a United fan. Jurgen, why can you start losing games or something? And Klopp said,
Well, you know
it was a good response.
he's like, oh yeah, no, we'll lose games sometimes, mate. Usually, United are lucky to have you as a fan. They've lost 3 out of 4 since then. So bigger if by some miracle this title challenge derails, this kid deserves. He will be, going on to a topic we're going to go on to in a bit, he is going to be a Hall of Fame Premier League legend, certified, first person in
first
there as well. He would have won more Premier Leagues than Steven Gerrard if City ended up winning the league. Isn't it a sad time when you'd be celebrating City winning the league?
I can't stand City now.
And obviously, yeah, this is the other talking point. Cup final we had just Sunday gone, and Tom, you were there as a witness. Talk us through that then.
Good day, but City were they're always going to win, aren't they, really? I mean, I'm pleased that it was 2-1, because before the game you were thinking this could be 4, this could be 5. You don't know with City and the way we've defended this season at some points, but it's just good that we're in the game. Like, with stoppage time, Villa was still in the game, looking to get a goal back, and I was happy with that, to be fair. Although walking out the ground, I was thinking it was there for us in that second half. A team with a bit more about them might have actually got something against City, but we just couldn't get over it, we couldn't do it.
The game reminded me of the Man City Tottenham game when they absolutely dominated the game, and then Lucas Moura popped up 2-2 last minute. It was exactly the same game, but he just couldn't get the header over the line.
Better than Tottenham,
It was that header in the 87th minute where Bravo pushed it onto the post.
I did the classic. Yeah.
That must have absolutely killed you.
Could it be said that the Villa fans were a bit annoyed outside the ground after a bit of that argy-bargy?
There's a bit of fans weren't happy after the game. I saw some stuff online after Villa fans turning on themselves.
Did you get involved in it at all? Or?
No.
Yeah.
Not heard
A few objects getting hurled around.
No.
Not me.
No cones into vans. Certain vans.
I mean, I mentioned it to you, Tom. I think that Villa were too long ball, too direct. That the style of football for a team they didn't really get a touch of the ball, and every time they did, they were putting it straight down the middle, and it was you know.
I think Grealish took a knock in the second half, and he just weren't the same player than he was in the first half. And every time he got the ball, he seemed a bit off the pace. And
can we go to something Joe Cole said about Grealish?
He's
the best, most talented
since
player
Gaza.
since Gaza.
He was loving it.
Literally, you don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
You don't know. You don't watch him week in, week out.
You're saying he's the most talented player since Gaza?
English talent. That's what he says.
Yeah. Has he actually played an English game?
He hasn't, no.
He hasn't played an English game. And
an English game, he's played for Villa, they're English side.
He's getting out of it, he's calling out.
Yeah, he's trying to
on a technicality there. He used the words again.
He's not.
So we're talking about players like Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes,
Rooney.
Beckham, Rooney, Owen.
I think he needs midfielders, doesn't he?
I think he's sort of talking about like a style of player, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's not. I don't think he's coming out and saying.
I can see what the point.
I don't think he's coming out saying Jack Grealish is better than Wayne Rooney, David Beckham.
He said he's most
Gerrard,
talented player since
Lampard.
Gaza, so that implies that he's more talented.
I think.
than
Do you know
Wayne
what?
Rooney
Do you know what? I think his point is probably that he's the most similar in style of player.
That's what I
since
think.
Gaza, and I think he's just gone out and said he's the most talented player.
And talent
thinking
as well.
about
That talent word. It's not necessarily meaning like he's going to be the best player or he's the most effective on the pitch. It's just he's talking about like.
Yeah.
He's just seeing like a natural ability in a player that you probably. But you want that's not some of the players that you're comparing him to there, saying he's not better than him. Like just different sort of players. I don't know who agrees with me.
You know, it's like the Ross Barkley.
Sort of know what
the Ross Barkley,
because
people used to compare Barkley to Gascoigne, and that was ridiculous. But it's that kind of player, isn't it?
Did anyone compare Ross
I
Barkley
remember.
to Gascoigne?
Who was
I
it?
don't think they did.
2000.
Hoddle.
Yeah, that was it. It was during the
He did
Euro or
Hoddle.
something like that, wasn't it? Once he was saying something about how he could be like
But when
Gascoigne.
Barkley broke onto the scene, you know what Hoddle meant by that.
Yeah.
Like he played the same sort of way, didn't he?
Yeah.
But obviously hasn't quite worked out in the same way.
I'm just going on
for him.
face value what he said, and he said he's the most talented player since. So
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's just ludicrous, but
we'll have to wait till he wins us the Euros.
Yeah, I mean, sit down and watch that BT thing with Crouch and Cole.
I really have, mate.
Rather than just picking out the quote.
Oh, you two are at each other today.
just say,
Hammer
just
and
say I
tongs.
think we're hyping him a bit too much.
Let's hope he's good in the Euros.
When you're singing his name when he scores the Euros for England, you know.
I'll be happy.
That's all right.
Just reminded me of something I saw this morning about another English pundit, Jamie O'Hara. There was a thing, a side by side, this comparison of the Pickford's mistakes and De Gea's mistakes. Now I'm not going to stick. We'll go to De Gea having a Roberto and everything. Fair enough, hands up. But so Jamie O'Hara levelled at De Gea that his attitude's poor. He thinks he's a lot better than he is. Just poor. United deserve better. Pickford, in response to his mistakes, Jamie O'Hara said, people need to get off his back. He's still a quality shot stopper. The mistakes aren't his fault because people keep getting on his back. Because he's English, people should back him.
This is Jamie O'Hara saying it as well.
I didn't know he's
Who is it? Like
Talk
Sport.
Still plays for Billericay, doesn't he?
Yeah, Billericay Town.
I thought he was like manager or something.
Yeah, I think he's manager. The other day, he made an excuse up that his team lost because they didn't have a speaker before the game.
Speaker.
They went 1-0 down 2 minutes. I saw it on Talksport the other day. It was like, yeah, we went 1-0 down 2 minutes. And
Jamie O'Hara is he's comical guy. Like for someone who, well, I'm not going to diss him because he's had a Premier League career, but someone who was never at the top, but someone who's very vocal about where they were. Like probably more, if you'd watched him, like the way he probably speaks about himself and the experience he's had, you'd think he's some world beater. But maybe, I don't know. Obviously,
he's a good character though, isn't he? Like, he's a decent character from the game and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen him do a few things with Jimmy Bullard, and they're a good duo. To be fair, it's him a funny pair. But
he's not really one you think of when you think Premier League, is he?
no. I mean, he can't.
He's probably the last person.
He can't really stand. He can't really sit there and call out.
No,
can he? Like,
yeah.
Not like we sit here and call out people.
Another one as well, Roy Keane. At half time during
it's about Pickford.
Pickford and mainly Pickford. He's just not a good keeper. He was going all in again, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like,
There was a stat that
15 minutes.
they both made 7 errors that lead to goals, something. But like that doesn't really mean anything because the defence could be rubbish in front. You know what I mean?
True,
so
but
if they pass the ball to them and they make a mistake,
I won't heap loads of criticism.
I mean,
on De Gea.
what they did on the weekend was a mistake.
De Gea's been relatively poor now for over a season, but he saved us so many more times going.
Second half the game, De Gea made a great save, as did Pickford.
I just think it seems every other week now Pickford is making a mistake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which with Everton is costing them, I think. But,
yeah, they're unlucky with the VAR thing.
That was off. Yeah. He was in his line of sight, I thought.
Yeah, but he could see the ball, I think.
Yeah, but after the deflection, he couldn't see the ball.
I understand both ways. Like
I'm not just saying it's on United. The first time I saw it, I'd expect that to be chalked up. Not because. I actually don't think it's necessarily that he's right in his line of sight. He's offside and he's active.
Yeah,
because if he stayed there, right, he was offside. But if he keeps his leg in that position, the ball hits him.
Yeah.
The point was
he's offside.
But is he
because he's offside? He's taken his foot out of the way.
The point was as well. Why didn't he just get up? Why didn't he just get up straight away? He just sat there for like 5 minutes.
He probably wasn't saving that though.
But it's when like
no, he wasn't saving.
You know, everyone said it was a Cavallini shot.
Yeah.
So.
He shot and it was like, oh, De Gea can see the ball, but when it hit Maguire, it was kind of a bit like you know.
Sticky one.
He should have just got up.
Very sticky.
I don't think it was made out at the time to be just like one of the worst VAR mistakes, but I don't think it was. I think that was just very subjective.
Ancelotti was fuming, wasn't he?
Yeah, he got red carded.
So was Calvert-Lewin, but then I think, obviously you are going to be. It's annoying because they've piled on and everything, but we'll move away from VAR. We'll go on to something we've just touched on, the keepers and Roberta recently then. So to join Roberta's little special club, I suppose Pickford, who's been a member before, and like Alex says, probably on a consistent basis now.
He's got a certified member. He's got his membership.
He's got a Spanish friend now, Roberto, hasn't he?
Subscription.
Roberto Hall of Fame.
Adrian from last night.
Yeah, he has. He's got a Spanish mate. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What can you say?
Adrian.
The thing is, he had a good game. That's the one save that Giroud against Giroud. That was
class. Hell of a save, yeah.
But he just let himself down, didn't he? He made really good save against Willian, like class, and then.
I must also say there was a Middlesbrough keeper who had an absolute stinker against us.
Oh, really?
Pears. Have you seen it? The Pears one. We'll grab him. Grab him just like backs onto him and flicks it in.
I don't know why.
The spin he gets on that ball.
He
should have got when it's up in the air. He should have gone through. He should have claimed the ball. That's the only way he could have got the ball.
Well,
Sam wasn't great. Sam wasn't great, but I'm not touching Sam. He's been good enough this season. Sam, one of the best in the league. So you have your games, don't you? Anyone does.
Stacking up now in Roberta's little Hall of Fame.
Only
on a weekly basis. I don't think until you think about it how many keepers have howlers on a weekly basis.
At top level as well.
That De Gea one was really annoying at the time though. It was with a keeper one. It's like take your time on the kick, but he had an option literally right next to him.
He was there like 10 seconds.
Yeah, but he took so long. It's like, why in your head did you think, you know what then, I'm going to just launch it straight where Calvert-Lewin's running into?
I wasn't even watching that time, I just thought I got my phone.
I did exactly the same thing.
Carragher, whatever
the people try and play it out from the back all the time now, don't they?
Yeah.
Instead of, do you think they could just boot it sometimes?
City did it well against you. Like they'd actually Villa would be inches away from getting the ball.
Yeah.
It would work so well because then they'd just be gaps.
They played so well.
Properly opened it up, didn't
yeah.
they?
It was so risky, but it worked so many times.
The thing is,
sometimes you've got to get rid of it.
Especially 2-1 up in a cup final. I thought it was very dodgy doing it, but it came off. Like.
It's actually not a surprise because on a weekly basis, if you watch United like often, De Gea's kicking is one of the things that is the biggest weakness in his game because he either panics on it like he did at the weekend, just drills it out of play, and you puts pressure on you because we tried to play out from the back, and I don't know whether because now I think we're probably into the point now where we should probably look in the summer about maybe replacing him now. Like saying he's had his good years at his club, but Dean Henderson on the books as well. Like you've got a ready-made replacement there to go.
Dino.
I'd be happy with like Henderson and Romero going forward. Now at least for a season.
How old's Romero?
Romero's like in his 30s, but for a backup goalkeeper, he's so reliable.
Yeah, he always does a shift, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got like a quality clean sheet record. It's over like 50% games he's played for United. So yeah, but I mean. We probably should look at making that change going forward in the summer. But yeah.
Shame that you're not going to get anywhere near what you'd get from him like 2 years ago, would you?
When Real Madrid got him.
But mind you, when Real Madrid came from before in the fax machine thing, I'm pretty sure it was some really like ridiculously low fee for it.
Was it?
I think it was that much, yeah.
I think it was only like 25 mil at the time or something like that. It was really low, I remember it. Because then it was a bit like, it was like an insult almost, but...
Yeah.
Courtois having a bit of a rough time a bit as well.
I just don't
hear about him. He's playing well now, though.
He had a decent game that weekend.
He won Player of the Month like last month.
I just don't hear about him.
Yeah, he's always a bit of a dodgy one. Like he's a good shot stopper, but he's very error prone.
Yeah.
And just moving on then to the last thing we wanted to talk about that's happened this week was the Premier League announcing that they are doing a Hall of Fame. Now, if you haven't heard about it, the Premier League, this is an American concept of like a way to reward legends, and I think the Premier League thing is it's someone who has to be a player who's played in the Premier League. They have to be retired. It has to be judged on what they did while they were in the Premier League, and I think it's like 2 inductees every month. So I think end of March, you get our first inductees, which personally I think is going to be Shearer and Giggs.
Is it just players?
Yeah, it's just players.
Just players, right.
I think it's going to be Shearer and Giggs, to be honest. I think that would make sense as your first two.
It's not a bad start, is it?
What's that? Is that top goal scorer and
most decorated? No, yeah.
Most
actually,
Gareth
Barry
yeah.
has the most. But
it's monthly titles, though.
Giggs is the most decorated Premier League player. Yeah. So I'd imagine they were the first two, and I'd be surprised if it was anyone else.
Yeah.
And plus, Gareth Barry's still playing, isn't he?
It's a good idea, isn't it? I mean, kind of keeps them.
It won't really change anything that I think. Like,
I think it's a bit pointless.
I won't be looking out for it.
Why do you think it's
pointless? I don't really
pointless?
get the point of it. Like we all know what they did.
Yeah, it's true.
What is it? What do they actually get?
I was going to say, what do they get?
It's like a medal. It's like a ceremony where they like get presented with like a medal.
Gerald might get his first.
I don't know.
Isn't it a bit like the FIFA Legend cards? Like obviously I know they're. No, but like
FIFA cards, are you?
No, you know what I mean. Though, they only did the legend cards, didn't they? So they picked.
That's a good point. You know, FIFA are going to rinse this.
Oh
yeah, Hall of Fame cards.
They already sponsor the Player of the Month, don't they?
Yeah, you're going to get Hall of Fame cards every month now, like 98 Shearer or something ridiculous like that.
I don't know. I get it, but it's just I think it's just a bit pointless.
I think there's a few players that just. Don't get recognised for what like
Gareth
Barry. He's played the most games.
Yeah.
No one speaks about him really.
He stole a taxi.
That's all he
can't be in the Premier League Hall of Fame. You can't go around stealing taxis, Gareth.
No.
Don't agree with that.
Signing autographs in McDonald's.
I'm pretty sure they put that in the fine, like the little small print on the T's and C's for it. It's
he did steal
anyone who has stolen any kind of vehicle, especially of the taxi kind, it's not eligible for
brackets. Gareth
Barry. Brackets literally just aimed at one person. I think is he still playing, isn't he?
Yeah, West Brom, is he? Still, he didn't play against us the other week.
No.
I don't know if he actually plays.
So you'll have to wait to get one anyway. But I quite like it, to be honest. I think, like Alex says, I think it does recognise a few people who, otherwise, I mean, obviously at first, for the first year or so, you're thinking 2 a month. It's going to be just standard. You're going to get like Gerrard, Scholes, Thierry Henry, Lampard, Terry.
You just got to wait until he gets about what?
Year and a half, 2 years into it, and then you start when they start to
Adebayor's goal.
Apparently, some of it gets opened up to fan vote as well, so you know that's going to be carnage. That's going to be carnage.
Isn't it like a pick of 4 strikes or something?
Is it down to like a panel who decides?
See, this is what I'm not sure.
And it depends who's on the panel, doesn't it? Who's going to surely. If you've got like some I don't know,
Chelsea fan,
Chelsea player or something who's on the panel, that's what I mean.
Be like Shamak. if it goes onto Twitter, Arsenal fans just shamak.
Yeah. Twitter polls never really work.
I was actually just thinking Schumacher might make an appearance in a future episode about haircuts.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for people going forward. That might be coming on the horizon, but someone keeps Schumacher in the thinking for that type of thing because
that is horrendous.
It was
Not great.
Never as a guy used so much wet look gel in their hair.
And it still it's never going to look good, is it?
Oh god.
Just spike it up completely. Right, where are we to now? We're to Person of the Week.
Oh.
So does anyone want to give someone a particular shout out for their effort this week or something they've done in the world of football?
Anyone got one? I can go with
Tyler Roberts.
Tyler Roberts.
What's
He's
he
got
got?
2 goals against Hull.
Hey, congratulations. Well done, Tyler.
Leeds are going up, aren't they?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Sad, but yeah, probably.
I got one. Oh, Billy Gilmore.
Yeah, great
Okay,
shout.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gilly Billmore.
Billy Gilmore.
Great
Or
shout.
Happy Gilmore. As I like to
Oh, but you
call
didn't watch the game.
Yeah, I saw the highlights. mate.
Quality.
There's a roll waiting for you
Could
in
be
the
Arsenal.
newspaper for those type of headlines.
If that's not a headline, I will not be happy.
What
If
did
they
he
just
say?
miss
Happy Gilmore.
They basically just missed an open goal if they don't put that
True.
on.
You know that's going to be in when he gets a £40 million move to City after sitting out for Chelsea
Yeah.
for like half a season, and then when he finally takes his picture with his City shirt, Happy Gilmore's going to be the headline.
It's a good player.
Him.
He's tiny. Oh, he's like 5'5" or something.
Shame he's Scottish, really, isn't it?
I knew that.
For himself.
I heard him in the interview and I was like, disappointed. But
Did you think he'd be English, didn't you?
yeah, I thought
But he's not.
Just assume he'll be able to play for England somehow.
His grandma.
Yeah.
Goldfish.
We need someone to make up for the fact we lost England's best midfielder, McTominay, to Scotland.
Right, yeah. So who's your personal?
I'd go with actually Ben Foster this week. A few of you would be happy with that. Whoever thinks he was
Yeah.
goalkeeper of the Prem this season. or something.
Premier League goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper of the Prem. Sorry.
Whatever you call it. I didn't want to listen to that rubbish. Anyway, he was my person of the week because you might have seen the video on Twitter of him. He went to this young girl's house who had an illness and she wanted to go to a Liverpool game, and he gave him her tickets for the game and mascot, wheeled her out in a wheelchair, met all the players, gave her gloves. He was brilliant. He's a great guy.
Didn't he did something like that.
He speaks really well.
Someone fell out of someone.
I think that was to do with that.
Is it?
Someone in their car, wasn't it?
The 2 children.
There's an old bloke who went missing.
Yeah.
He invited him round for dinner or something.
Yeah, it was a
Right.
Christmas dinner one.
Yeah.
He seems like a really nice guy, and he speaks really well. So Ben Foster, quite a great guy,
Fair enough.
true pro.
He's now got a
And,
Person of the Week nomination as well as a Player of the Season nomination. All in the same podcast. I
Racking
mean,
up these
this should be his
He's
favourite
no Roberto,
podcast.
is he?
He'd love this. He's the opposite of Roberto. Roberto has Ben Foster posters on his wall.
So yeah, we Ben Foster, we like you. Brilliant guy. Brilliant guy.
Foster, we like you.
Yeah.
Can I just say about Nigel Pearson as he came into our class
The goat.
this year?
The goat.
And he looked in my eyes and he was nice to me, and then he ruins my season. Can we just,
Ruined your season.
He looked at you, Alex, and thought,
Invincibles.
I'm gonna destroy them.
Exactly.
Ruined your season. You're
I
going
do
in the
find-
Prem.
Who
I do
cares?
find that weird though, like
Invincibles.
how he was in a classroom with us last year, about 10 of us,
Yeah.
shook all our hands.
Really hard.
Furthest handshake of
You know, I was,
You have to
I was
have
literally
a
about to go
look
to
at
that,
that,
but you could tell by that handshake that was a guy making a comeback to the Premier League.
Yeah.
That one a handshake is someone who's going to manage in the Belgium.
Didn't he smack you on the back
Yeah,
as
he
well?
swatted me on the back.
That's where you got your sciatica from.
Yeah, I'm blaming him for that.
Yeah.
But he's an underrated manager, isn't he? Like in that situation.
And can we just add,
Perfect.
he was such a great guy when
He
he
was
came
great.
in.
He was,
top.
yeah.
We've had some not so like great people come in.
Yeah.
Don't want to drop names.
But,
A certain commentator, but
he was mean. He was. But
Brian Clough's best mate was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nigel Pearson, that situation is so underrated, isn't it?
You'd think
It
he
is,
would.
yeah.
You'd think, like looking at him, like everybody would. He looks like a person you wouldn't get on with.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
not very nice, but
It looks
that's
like
what-
if you got on his bad side.
I think if he doesn't like you, he
That's
will
what
hate
he's-
you.
that's what he said
I still
himself,
thought
didn't
there's
he?
something in his eyes though, and he's
Oh.
talking to the
Well,
side.
yeah.
Yeah.
He'll
Not
hate
so
you.
much.
maybe Wavy's looking at you, Tom.
Yeah.
I don't
think
blame
it
him.
was,
man.
yeah.
We asked him questions. They were
We get
like,
that with
"Why?"
most
And we were like,
people.
"Oh, I don't know."
that handshake was telling us all, like, yeah, none of you mess with me. To be fair, when he came to speak to us, it seemed like he wanted to stay for quite a lot longer. Like, he was happy to carry talking, wasn't he?
Yeah, he didn't want to go to Derby, did he?
No.
Don't blame him. Would you?
No.
He's like good. It was like good because it was very conversational, wasn't it? And he's just like he's a good bloke, and he's like someone who'd admit his mistakes like straight away. Like
Yeah, I think because if you used to go into like a lecture hall and talk to people, it's not as good. But he came into like the 10 of us in the classroom. It's more personal.
We're all about 5 yards away.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more. You're speaking direct rather than to a group.
Completely, just not the way you've seen him portrayed in the media and the way that he like maybe just judging him on how he looks and he acts. Just complete opposite the guy.
Yeah, but maybe he's different in his job.
Yeah.
At the same time, he's probably a bit more aware of the media
True,
when he's as a manager. Like you've seen it many times when he calls someone an ostrich and all that sort of stuff. Like
I think that's that Jose Mourinho thing though. Is deflect. If you put the attention on yourself as a manager, you deflect it away from your players.
Clever.
You notice those like sort of spats always happen when teams are in bad form or they lose a game or something. You come out, you make yourself, you put everything. So all the stories about Nigel Pearson, his players have got off easy. I think he knows what he's doing when he does things like that.
Good guy.
Very good guy.
Yeah, clever management, I suppose.
Bit snaky, but you know.
Bit snaky.
He absolutely ran Liverpool ragged, didn't he?
Not him.
Well, not him personally.
It was him. It was completely him.
Well, he was in everybody's skin.
He scored 3 goals that day.
Do you think Nigel Pearson's who Neil Warner thinks he is?
Let me just get that
Neil Warnock was good on. He was good on Soccer Saturday.
He was brilliant on Soccer Saturday.
Once more, Jordan.
Do you think what Nigel Pearson actually is?
Hang on.
Do you think that's who Neil Warnock actually thinks he is as a manager?
Nah, Warnock's himself,
I
isn't
think
he?
he's just himself, yeah.
Warnock was quality on.
He's got promoted with every team except for Leeds, I think.
On Soccer Saturday, did you see him?
No.
Brilliant.
He was really good.
At 90th minute when they went, Neil, what's the score? He didn't hear him say it, just looking at the game.
Sorry, Jeff, I was really enjoying it.
Got all the way from Cornwall for this.
Yeah.
0-0, Burnley Newcastle was covering.
He did have a go at the Wolves staff, which I was very happy about.
Most people have recently, don't they?
Well,
they are too lively. It's like a box of frogs.
It's a winning mentality.
I think that's just a foreign mentality.
Winning mentality.
Like the foreign managers and coaches
are
usually hard straight. Yeah, he goes for it, and his coach always goes over. I thought the same Karanka. He'd have literally one person who'd always go to the full official when something. Mind you, we had Roy Keane after that as well, and he's just as bad. Roy Keane's up every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
See those like the transcripts of that Barcelona, their new assistant manager, on the touchline during El Clasico. Some of the things he was saying, he's just like every insult under the sun to everyone. Apparently, they're starting to lose it with him a bit. Jeez. He's very insulting to people. Like Griezmann missed a sitter. You didn't want to be Griezmann with some of the words he was throwing out about him after. Yeah, it was literally all of that type of thing. Wow. Some of the things, like it was like some of the Spanish like phrases like "oh shit on God" and everything. Every time someone gives the ball away, like
he's lost the plot.
That's awful.
Yeah, I think they've been in for. What's the new management at Barcelona been in for? Like a month, 2 months.
I'm not even sure.
I couldn't name the last 4 Barca managers, 5.
That club
Since Tito Villanova.
They don't need managers, do they?
Kike Setien, isn't it? I think manager.
I can name Guardiola.
Could be Kike Sanchez Flores for all I know.
It might have been
Patrick Kluivert.
I reckon Messi manages that
front
side. I think they just get someone in who looks like the manager. I think Lionel Messi. On the serious note, I actually think he has the most power at
He'll
Barcelona.
definitely have an influence, yeah.
Wasn't it? He had a go the other week with the
board.
Was it Eric Abidal? Was it?
Yeah.
And
didn't they get Abidal to try and solve it, or was he?
I think he came in or something, but
because the board, the board were.
He wasn't happy with how
as much as
things were going.
As much as obviously Messi's like potentially him or Ronaldo the greatest players of all time, whatever. Messi really does like dictate the things that do, like Barcelona, like signings and everything. When he wants them to sign someone, you hear about it. He'll be out in the media, be praising them, putting pressure on the club to sign them and stuff.
You heard things about Gerrard back in the day. They used to talk players up. Remember he said Pennant when Pennant was playing for Arsenal, and he said Gerrard came over and said something about like wanting him to play for Liverpool, and every season he signed for Liverpool.
He had the ability, just didn't have the
head.
Ronaldo the same though. Like you see when he's at Portugal in the Euros, he's basically the manager on the touchline. Yeah.
Are you going to be that manager who has to tell Ronaldo to sit back down in the dugout?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Assert your authority.
Do you have any players like that at your club who get up, like players that get up off the bench and start giving out instructions?
Grealish. Is he?
He's not normally on the bench, mate. So
Dawson does it for us. Dawson's always up, like shouting at defenders, like do this, do that, get there.
Probably be Gianmartino, but he never gets benched. So.
But I suppose Dawson's like 36 now, and he's going to become a coach, really, isn't he? Or the coach or a pundit.
Or Cody. Kind of Cody is what I probably do.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
See Phil Jones doing it at United, running up and down the touchline.
Brilliant.
Chris Smalling with his new lease of life.
Yeah.
Shut up, Phil.
He's class now. Right, well,
Thanks, Phil.
We'll move on to the main talking point of the podcast, and this was an idea that came over from our very own Alex Noonan over in the corner about
Alexis.
So do you want to explain it actually, Alex, to people
Right.
listening?
Well, there's that old kind of saying by grumpy old men and myself that the game's gone. You know, like it's not the same as when we were a kid. And there's been a few changes over the years, like the recent no heading in trainings.
Primary school kids, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know, there's the VAR. There's new Wenger, like the offside rule that might change the way like attacking is kind of played, because you can, you know, and just stuff like that, you know.
So we're posing the big question: Have the game gone?
Has the game gone? Alex, we'll start with
It's
you.
going, I'd say.
Going, gone.
It's going.
Why is it
That's a
going?
good headline, Sam.
I mean, I went to the Dortmund Stadium, and there's like a hotel room in the stadium.
That's sick.
Carroll Road has
It's
that,
just-
doesn't it? My grandma
Is
stayed
that
there.
good?
During Aston Villa game.
Hey.
Well, actually in the stadium?
No.
On the
I-
outside?
You know, it's like...
It's next to the away end.
Yeah, it's next to the away end.
But literally in the stadium, like you can watch the game from
Yeah, yeah, you can in Carroll Road, can't you? I'm pretty sure it goes out to the pitch. You were saying something like that anyway.
A little bit, but like I don't think it is actually part of the ground.
She was saying she could see the pitch.
Yeah, you can definitely see the.
Don't say my grandma's a liar.
You see, you can like every time I've been to Carroll Road, just like every window's full of people just in there watching the match.
Oh, right, yeah.
But I don't actually think it's
It's a bit like
attached
a
to the
box.
ground.
It's
but-
a bit like a box.
Okay.
Is she confusing the window with like the TV? I was just watching the game on the TV.
What's that going on out in my garden?
Garden.
Big pictures, big garden, isn't it?
But I mean, hotel rooms at football games,
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
it just kind of takes away the spirit of the game, but you know,
Bringing money
each
in
their own, but yeah,
So
but
you-
to do what though? To
spend
make more
money.
hotel rooms?
and to spend more money at the club.
Yeah, well,
Suppose what
it's just stuff like that.
That's what it's all about, and it all comes down to money. I think.
It does.
So everything really, and
It
it
does.
goes and changes in football happen.
Yeah.
Apart from, even the heading, I think, is to do with money,
How?
because the
That's
FA,
weird,
the
Al.
FA are scared of being sued.
Oh.
You know the Jeff Astle thing.
Yeah.
With all like he said he had
Dementia.
from heading
Yeah.
the football too much.
Kevin Doyle got it as well.
That's why the FA, I think, are bringing
Kevin Doyle's
bringing
got
this in.
dementia.
Well, he hasn't got dementia, but
What?
no, but he had to
Is the
retire
X-Wolf
because
strike?
Yeah.
no, he had to retire because he had got bad. He kept heading the ball.
I'll never knew that.
Yeah.
But I think because
Sorry, Tom.
the FA are scared of being sued basically by future cases of football players having dementia and it being blamed on heading. So that's the only reason to bring in this law for the to stop heading
Yeah.
in primary school kids and stuff. I'm scared of being sued in the future. Something to do with money.
Good point.
But where can you stop it? Because what if someone breaks the leg, like a little kid breaks the leg, and you go, oh well, I don't want my kid to be tackling.
Yeah,
So
well, I
what if
think
you have non-contact football?
A
It's
leg repairs, and you're probably not going to die from breaking. You won't die from breaking your leg.
Or if you do your ACL and you're out for the career or whatever, and you sue the
That's
FA.
football finished, but
You just don't.
as for heading, if it causes something like dementia, that's your life, isn't it? Really, it's another level.
It goes
isn't it?
beyond football.
Yeah,
doesn't it,
yeah,
I
that
suppose,
does. But at the same time, like you there is like what else are you meant to do then? Like it's part of the game.
But I think modern footballs are
Yeah.
not going to do as much damage as the
No, yeah.
It
footballs
used to
back
be
in the
like
day with players like
big
Jeff
hard
Astle.
case balls, didn't
Yeah.
it? The big brown ones.
Pig's bladder.
But still, if if kids are in an academy from the age of say, 6 or 7, and they play football all the way through till they're, I don't know, let's say 35 or something, you're heading to football every day. That is going to have an
Yeah.
impact, 100%.
Do you not think it'll teach kids to play better football as well?
You might keep it on the floor a bit
Yeah.
more.
Do you not think people are actually trying to pass?
But how
instead
bad's
of
the
like-
heading going to be at corners?
Exactly.
Ball jump like a wet fish, doesn't it?
Imagine if they get rid of it
Set
and actually is like
pieces.
professional football.
It wouldn't be
Imagine
the
the
same.
amount of
It's gonna be
6 foot
low
strikers.
Rory's
just-
not the same
Rory's
game.
elapsed throw-ins
All
would
be
go to
low
waste,
crosses,
wouldn't
wouldn't it?
It's just not the same game then, is it? Like football without heading. It's
Mitrovic
not
retires
football,
straight
it's
away.
football.
Oh, it's just done. Rondon done.
Big crowds.
it? No point in playing anymore.
Yeah. Game has gone as far as heading's concerned. Now, I do think that it could have an effect on people do keep the ball down a bit more though.
Yeah, I mean, it will probably teach them more like to keep on the floor and whatever.
Because they'll do like no overhead height and stuff. You imagine.
But realistically, though, will they actually stick to that though? Like if you're coaching them, like the FA aren't going to see it. You probably
100% though. You're going to have those pushy parents as well who. Say if the kids aren't allowed to practice head at training, you've got that one dad who's really pushing, wants their kids to do well. He's throwing balls up into in the garden, teaching them how to throw the ball.
Volleying balls at his head.
So is it actually like that?
I just don't get it. If you're like, you just see a ball being whipped and you're like, oh no, I can't head it. And then
we're in training, don't header it.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't.
Nah, I think they definitely like low key.
One or two, though,
right?
right?
Actually, second header today, no more.
You leave your count.
3 and you're going home.
Have a go in.
Scored 2 headers on a hat trick. Corner comes in, has to cut out away the ball.
No, I think low key they'll still be heading the ball into training.
Let's say it gets banned in even like all through academy football and for all English teams, right? And then go 30 years down the line or whatever.
Do you mean professional?
Yeah. Like through academies and stuff. If it goes that far. And 30 years down the line, it comes to your national team at a tournament. Say England come up against a nation that hasn't had that ban. Yeah. They've got an advantage, 100%.
Yeah.
Clear in a corner, bloody hell. We're trying over and kick it.
Trying to chest it.
Of course, the keeper's just got to come whenever
On my chest, lads, on my chest.
Yeah, it's like the keeper there, you just got to do what.
Keeps going for every single ball today.
Didn't they say though in Spain they don't play 11-a-side football, they only play futsal to like 16.
Yeah, Brazil.
It's not affected them really. I don't think you ever see a Spanish national team really put whipping crosses into the box and stuff.
No.
And they've done so well at international football.
Yeah.
They can defend well, can't they, as well? Corners. They have to header them clear. People like Ramos.
Yeah, what was he doing? He must have been heading like lamppost or something.
Chucking bricks up his head.
Him and PK just heading each other.
Definitely Poyol, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Go on then, what other examples have we got then that the game is going, gone?
Gone. To Alex Noonan.
Was it just me?
I can think of one if you want.
Just the kind of...
Everything's gone.
It is.
I've had enough.
You said Jordan before, it's getting more American, kind of. They're trying to make it into a show, I think.
Yeah.
Instead of...
Like a spectacle.
Because, let's face it, I know it sounds like cringy, but basketball and American football, that's like... It's like an event to them, isn't it?
There is
football is like, it is literally like a religion to
There is like half-time shows as well now.
Yeah.
The thing is, penalty shootout, that's fun and stuff like that.
Yeah. You get like the people running up and
But
down.
once again, it all comes back down
I
to
don't
money.
mind all that. I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind all
Half-time
that.
entertainment.
Yeah,
That's for the fans in the
You gotta
ground.
do something. Yeah.
What I don't like is when it's not about fans in the ground anymore. It's about the fans at home watching on telly. All this Super Sunday rubbish. It's Norwich West Ham.
Great game.
Super. Like,
Super Sunday.
they'll have
West Ham fans.
1,000 adverts throughout the week advertising this amazing game that's going. This derby. It's not a derby. It's Villa Leicester. It's not a derby. All these. It just drives me mad. Sky trying to make everything so much better.
Sky's a big talking point for the game's gone.
Did Sky kill football?
That's the thing. The kick-off times are a big thing recently. Obviously, we've got now Friday night football as well as Monday night football. And you have weird Sunday kick-off times. You have Saturday kick-off times, which are all over the shop. Fans can't make all of them. Like a Monday night in Middlesbrough. I'd love to have gone to Middlesbrough this week. But on a Monday night, there's no chance of getting back.
UEFA changed the kick-off time for the Wolves Olympiacos.
It's all for money, isn't it?
It's 5 to 6 on a Thursday.
They don't care about the fans.
How many fans are going to get to leave work at 5
to
get there for 5 to 6?
We've got Friday night this week as well. We've played Monday and we're playing Friday against Millwall.
It's for Sky because Forest want a promotion push and they want to put all the games on Sky. It's the change in the times.
And they when we chant about Sky TV, like all the horrible chants about them, they put a crowd over it so you can't hear what they're chanting. Yeah. So like if you're saying Sky TV is like fucking shit,
I didn't know that.
Then they put something over it.
Huh.
Like the crowd. They did it Monday, didn't they?
Crowd noise. Yeah.
That is so like. I think BT Sport get away with it lightly. There's no chance about them, is there? I mean, it doesn't really fit as well as Sky Sports.
No, because I don't know. BT just have like the
half-12s, don't they?
Half-12.
They sometimes do Tuesday night games.
Yeah, they
Amazon
done the Europa League.
Amazon as well. They're weird times. The Amazon Prime 7:15, whatever it is, 8:50,
7:30.
Yeah, so
I don't pay for the packages yet, but I'm gonna in the future. And there's if Amazon get a bit, you're gonna have to pay for Amazon.
There's like
BT,
there's
Sky,
4 now, I think. Yeah.
Like Netflix, but I don't know. Like
It's expensive.
Well, Simon Jordan was talking about something, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
About having like a Netflix for football. He said something like that, didn't he?
That probably will happen.
I like that.
But still, the game's gone when that happens.
It is gone, but I'm like...
It'd be a good idea. I can't ever see it happen, and there's so much money in it for everyone else that they wouldn't ever like. I couldn't see football ever selling it off to one suitor like a Netflix. They just wouldn't. They want to like make as much money from as many like revenue streams as possible.
But how much are Netflix offering?
It wouldn't be fair on the others, though, would it?
Yeah, that's what something else though, about Sky and stuff. Like Forest now, you're going to be getting so much money from Sky because you've got all these games.
Well, you know.
But it does make a difference because when I saw something when Villa in the Championship, not the year we went up, but the one before, with the most showed team on Sky that season, and the money we earned off Sky compared to some of the other teams at the bottom or like mid-table, it's not fair, is it really? Like,
it isn't, but also. Does anyone want to watch the league?
Yeah, it's what they want to see.
I don't know.
It's what the people want to see.
But when teams' funding's like, you know, dependent on like what games get put on Sky and stuff, especially some of the smaller clubs and stuff, and like, you know, Villa and Leeds and Forest like always on telly.
Who wouldn't want to see Forest though play this season? Superb.
I don't actually have that much of a problem with Sky Sports. The main problem is when you watch games, you don't see half the games. They're just showing replays at the most. Like, that's the like.
They show it when the action's still going on, don't they?
That's very irritating. Yeah. I hate that about Sky.
And you hear them, they're like, oh, they're through on goal. They haven't showed us half the footage.
Yeah. I mean, I think like the packaging of it. I still think BT on the whole do better broadcasts than what Sky do, and Amazon Prime was very good actually.
Yeah, I thought Amazon was great.
I prefer BT, definitely.
Amazon Prime see the game uninterrupted or whatever without like commentary with just crowd noise. That's quite good. Something a bit different.
Relive the limbs.
Sometimes you don't want to hear like just I don't know, like commentary teams and the pundits who obviously one of the reasons it's so expensive because they're paying their staff and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've mentioned this on podcasts before. I just don't think because you've played at the highest level doesn't make you most qualified to talk about football. It's just like I think some of the guys on there now, it's just a bit like old men ranting in a pub. Like
they try and get someone who's been at the club before, don't they? Whatever game's been played, so if it's like Blackburn versus Norwich, they'll try and get someone like Wes Hoolahan on, like irrelevant to anyone else but Norwich City. So.
Grant Holt.
I think Gabby's been getting some gigs on games and Jesus Christ.
The week it was
the
week before the cup final. I've seen him on about 5 different shows.
Honestly, did you watch him on TalkSport as well? Don't get me wrong. I think I tweeted something about it saying it was quite interesting to listen to.
Don't get me wrong, he's brilliant,
but God, you don't want to listen to Gabby talk about football.
But then again, what about on the flip side? What about that Saturday social? Is it Saturday social?
That's awful.
Exactly, that's what I mean, because they're trying to make it more young.
It's not awful, the ginger guys are awful.
He's terrible, yeah, God.
This is Joe Tomlinson, is that him? Yeah.
Willie and probably Stephen Tries won Sky Sports. Like, what was going on there?
I don't think Steve even likes football.
No.
The thing goes back to is Sky Sports trying to incorporate on not just Sky Sports, TV.
BBC do it as well.
YouTube and TV are 2 separate platforms. One doesn't work on the other. It just doesn't.
That MOTVX, they tried to get... That's like they tried to get the young people in on that.
Got like Craig Mitch and
Josh Denzel,
Jermaine Genius, Chelsea Grimes.
It don't work because the good thing about YouTube is you get to selectively watch what you want and who you want.
That same one, I do think like MOTD, what's it called?
MOTVX, yeah.
I think that's quite a good show
because
decent, the people that they get to interview the players are like friendly with the like so Grealish knows Josh Denzel. He gets to ask questions which other interviews probably wouldn't have done. It works really well. It's the only thing, like it's a bit more like informal and what people want to see, rather than basic questions.
Yeah.
It's a bit. So, what does everyone else think? What are people leaning towards the game's gone?
Yeah, the game's gone. The game was gone half a year ago.
It's different, isn't it? I mean,
it's just.
I personally think it's just changing.
It's gone with time, isn't it? It's gone with time.
I just think
like it's like it's just had to do it because of where we are in the world right now. So people want to see this sort of at this time.
I still enjoy it, but it's stuff like when Liverpool had the Thomas Cook package, so you could get a hotel, get a thing around London, and go see a game.
Mate, do you want that hotel room for your birthday or something? I can sort one out for you if you want.
Thomas Cook package. I just missed the Thomas Cook package. The game's gone.
I didn't want it. No, I said that was a bad thing about it.
Does that actually annoy you?
Yeah.
Do you
Well,
sit there
I don't sleep
about
about it. I don't go to bed going,
I hope they go bust.
oh shit.
boycotting Thomas Cook? You won't ever see me standing one of those.
Bet you're on the bloody package, aren't you?
Yeah, but when people say,
See you at a
They
game.
paid him enough.
You got the Thomas Cook package, didn't you?
when people say, you don't go to games, how do you have a chance when there's like people buying £300
Packages
from
Thomas Cook.
Thomas Cook in a hotel?
It's true. It's true.
If Thomas Cook want to sponsor this podcast, so more than welcome.
That's what I vote for is to get a Thomas
Do you know
Cook
what?
package.
Actually, if
Ryanair.
They've gone off
if
business.
Thomas Cook listens to this, we'll send Alex on one of the package holidays to Liverpool. That'll be a special edition of the podcast. He'll vlog the experience on a package holiday there.
Send us a selfie from the cabin club.
To be fair, I was so wrong. It's brilliant, this Thomas Cook package.
I take it all back.
The game's not gone, it's coming back.
We'll start a GoFundMe.
It's all thanks to Thomas Cook.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to do that. Start a GoFundMe to send Alex Noonan on the Thomas Cook package to Liverpool for a weekend.
Thomas Cook!
Are they out of business or?
Nah, it's
You
like
just- you see him going through Liverpool at the top, open top ball.
Yeah,
Wait, aren't Thomas Cook out of business?
No, I think it's the planes, isn't it?
Are they, as a business, gone though?
Nah, I think they went under, didn't they?
So that Thomas Cook package is even.
Might have gone
Don't just
out.
book it.
Is Thomas
Thomas Cook still trading? We looked a bit dodgy that website.
Trading what? FIFA players?
They stopped on the 23rd of September 2019.
The game's just got a bit of validity back. It's alright, the game has been saved.
good.
Sorry, Alex.
No more Thomas Cook.
Alex, you can sleep tonight.
Virgin holidays?
Jesus. I ain't slept since the 21st of September. Whatever. Been a tough few months.
They're pretty well a package for you, don't worry.
Actually, it's actually a coincidence they went under just after they started doing these package deals, isn't it? I think Alex might be on something here.
You called for a minute while Thomas Cook going to be gone.
So what else do you think then? Anything else that
I was
you
gonna
can
say-
say sums up why the game is going or gone?
I was going to say,
Half and half scarves, game's gone.
I saw Villa Man City, there's half and half scores, they were just colour and blue.
Yeah, I saw that on the cup as well. When the team was coming out, the cup has claret and blue on it. They couldn't do any other colour, could they? They looked like Villa already won it.
do you think you'll ever not go to a game? Like, as in, it gets
I
to a
didn't go
point.
Monday.
No, as in, it'll get to a point where you won't go. But I don't
Because
think
of
I'll ever.
the
Yeah,
current
because of
affairs, the
something.
state of affairs.
Yeah.
Price.
I don't think I'll ever.
Price could keep
Yeah,
away,
the
I think,
price,
in the future.
but-
No, I
I
think I
mean-
probably would.
Do you?
Oh, it's a big game. You can't miss it, can you?
Well,
Probably could, but I wouldn't want to.
I think we just get sucked in now, don't we? I mean,
Connell, is the game gone then?
uh,
To put you on the spot here, yes or no? Game, is it here? Is it gone? Is
it's
it going?
evolving. Just that.
I'll tell you,
it's
absolutely.
evolving.
Good word.
That's a diplomat.
I mean,
Yeah. I'm
Does
like a
anybody-
competition.
did anybody see Marvellous Nakamba's tackle on Aguero?
I told you he was going to bring it up. I said it to
When
Alex.
the referee booked
The
on
game's
camera, first thing I said, game's gone. Game has gone.
got a
How's-
referee.
That's never been a yellow card and it never will be.
Neville wasn't happy on it. He was going, as soon as change went, he went, oh.
Yeah, you did
That's
get
naughty,
going,
that. Oh,
It was
yellow
a-
card.
That's
It was a
naughty.
great tackle. It was a great tackle.
He looked back at it and he thought, actually, it's not that bad.
That's a reckless.
That's the best thing about Neville is
I
every
didn't say
time
it,
he
I only
loses
saw the
it,
rape.
like Neville just losing it about something on first sight, and then having to
Yeah.
and then you just go silent when the replays go on. It's like,
Oh,
actually, yeah, I think he had a card's about fair there.
Oh, I thought he was gone for a second.
He's a lucky boy there, you know.
What about the including the people speaking about decisions during a game?
What, like the ex-referees?
It's so
Yes,
pointless.
It's terrible
so
because they
pointless.
agree with every single decision.
You're getting
What's
Peter Walton on.
Peter Walton?
I
Yeah.
used to like Howard Webb. Not when he was a referee, when he was doing that stuff.
Because it was before VAR, so he could have an
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
But
Well,
no,
he
he
can't
just.
exactly say no, can he?
How?
Because he's got to defend it.
I know we talked about Lo Celso last week, but how did
Yeah.
that Peter Walton go? Nah, he got that. Not a red card.
Didn't touch him.
Nah, just a little
It's
bit.
Did he actually
it's
say that?
referees union, isn't
He said it wasn't. He went for the ball.
Oh,
He tried to drag the ball back. And
It's like the referees union. They don't want to like call each other out. They've all got each other's backs.
I want to go back
like
to him
goalkeeping,
after they
isn't
said it was a red card. I wonder what he said.
Referees union, Jeff. They have like a group chat on Facebook.
Yeah.
Tom used to be a referee. Is that like a thing that they're all in like a group chat?
I wasn't added.
Talk about the games.
Mike
after
Dean's
it.
the admin.
I was like, Mike Dean
Kicking
was
people out.
good on that
Peter
other
Crouch.
podcast.
Yeah, Peter
I'm
Crouch
not going
one.
to mention it, but yeah.
He was on a...
The second best football podcast.
Yes.
do a collab with them.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy Monday night as well, Melton team, was he? Pompey fans were chanting something at him. something horrible, and he looked at him and was like nodding his, like shaking his head and speaking to himself. It was like Pompey fans.
Seaman's giving in the Manchester derby this weekend.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, I bet he's been doing laps around his garden since then in his full kit. You can imagine it. I bet he's been pumped
whipping his cars out of his pocket.
Crossing off the calendar, 3 days to go. I can't wait.
Right, I'm going for a jog.
And he's just like,
Have you got your cars with you? Yeah.
I'd actually love to see a behind the scenes documentary on like a fly on the wall thing of Mike Dean's life.
He booked that was it. So he booked Guendouzi as well, didn't he?
Yeah, for being sarcastic.
For doing that.
Which is a bit.
Bearing in mind he's the most sarcastic guy going.
He's the kind of guy to do that.
It's a bit power tripping that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a bit on the borderline of yeah.
He's the kind of guy to do that himself though. Like if someone's put the ball in the wrong place, he'll pick it up and he'll go, "It was there," and then he books Guendouzi.
Fair play.
He was like Mike Dean.
I like to see things like that.
He was like the stat I saw.
He's having a bit of fun. Like it's no need to book him for that, is there?
It's
a bit petulant though, isn't it?
Like on a United perspective, he's booked us more
That's what you
than
do,
anyone else, but like he's booked other players against us more than anyone else. I think he just loves the cards, doesn't he? City on set. Who's getting sent off? Pogba? No, he won't be back for it.
Pogba's not alive.
Fernandez is getting sent off.
He's looked good so far, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been
Fernandinho's always one, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to go steaming in.
Get your bets in for booking
40
points.
plus 60.
There was one the other day, was it yesterday? James Milner against
Chelsea.
Pedro. I think it was Pedro, and he was coming back from the corner. I knew as soon as he was in a foot race, I was thinking James Milner's going to take him out. 2 seconds later,
every game he comes
took him out.
He just gets a yellow card because he just goes steaming in.
I knew as soon as he was
So many players like that, and they're just guaranteed to book in every game.
The greatest player.
The greatest players. Great for the bets.
I'll tell you one thing I do hate is when people get booked for taking their shirts off.
That's you're a big fan of that part of the game. Is that like is that the reason he goes to the Wolves?
No.
Game?
He's
Take it
He's coming over like that. Take it off.
I wish I never brought it up now.
I will if you do.
I do agree. I don't get why they get.
It's so stupid.
At the same time, there's certain situations which I think you really can't book in for that. Like Benrahma took his top off or something, and he had like a.
His sister, wasn't it?
His dad died.
What harm is it?
He had a thing.
I
It's
hate
like
that.
you can't.
Did you hear what Mike Dean said though? If
Yeah.
Aguero was
Yeah.
Aguero that the iconic goal that won the title. If he was
Second
already on
yellow.
yellow, he said if he took the hit, he wouldn't have booked him. Fair play.
I just don't.
He wasn't refereeing that game, was he? He said if.
He was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Oh, he was refereeing
It was
that
his
game?
first yellow then. That's what he was
Oh,
saying.
okay.
If he'd already
I
given
thought
him
he
a
was
yellow.
just wasn't going to book
No,
him.
Because he's booked him, but he said how did it feel to
Yeah.
book Aguero after that? And he said obviously he didn't want to do it, but he said if he's already on one, he wouldn't have given him.
I reckon he's just saying that.
But really, what
I just think it's a stupid
What
rule.
harm does it do?
I know.
What harm would that done though? That Aguero yellow card. It's like the last kick of the game.
I don't get
May as
it.
well set them off.
Yeah,
Do you
right.
reckon these refs
Take
are
the
just
hit.
like body conscious? Do you reckon?
Probably.
No, taking the tops off. It's like
It's making the middle-aged men feel a bit self-conscious in the crowd.
It's,
Isn't it?
alright.
Oh, that's a good.
The little chat they had to him before giving yellow card. Right, there was just no need for that, was there? Mate? All right, we know you go to the gym every day. Just
Big Steve's crying over there in the corner.
see what you're doing to these guys.
When Troy takes his top off, he gets a red. Like, get out. Go home.
You're done.
Showing us up.
There's a guy eating a pie in the crowd, and he's like looking at his body like, oh. No, I mean like, compared to you.
try
I mean,
alright.
What is he, a minion?
that boy.
Should we conclude this now? Definitively, everyone's got to give me whether the game of football, the whole game, everything to do with it, is it gone or is it still here? Have we still got football or are we
It's
lost
alive
it?
and kicking.
Thanks, Tom.
There's
Positivity.
definitely still life in it. It's on like a life machine at the minute, but hopefully it'll get better. I can't see it getting better. It might.
Just don't unplug it.
Connell, is it
Go on,
gone?
say.
It's here to stay at the minute, I think, but it's just evolving.
It won't stop me from watching it.
Alex?
But
It's still here, but it's it's doing its best. I still watch, but
Yeah, that's the thing, innit? You just you're never going to stop
You
watching
just
football.
got to live with it, haven't you? It's not going to affect your life
There's so
massively.
many things at the minute about football that wind me up.
If they get like a kiss cam like they do in America, though, I'm packing it.
I think a few clubs do that. I swear a few clubs do
Well,
do
that's
that.
Get a
terrible.
pie can.
Like they do like the cameras and they go.
The problem with
Alex on the camera.
that football doesn't like. They
Sit
don't.
next to your dad. Oh no.
Go on then.
Exactly. That's what they don't get because American sports is very like women go to it a lot more than they go to football. But there's just it's 90% men at a football game, so you can't have a kiss cam.
Imagine doing it in Millwall.
He'll kick you off. It was like
Massive scrap in the stand.
Are you calling it?
Some guy
Fight
next to a
camp.
guy just goes and turns the kissy, punches, there's punches flying.
Oh, no.
That's the thing. So we now want kiss cams to introduce into British stadiums.
Definitely.
And then the game, which I personally think is now better than ever. Have you seen some of the stuff going on recently? VAR has elevated the game to a new level of shithousery. Everton, limbs everywhere. They thought they won the game. VAR's pettily ruled it out. The game it's never been to this level of how good it's been.
It's just rising.
Sky Sports start getting get any night of the week you can play. I want to see games played at 10
worth a
o'clock on a
shot.
Saturday night, anytime. Sky Sports, you've made the game for us.
Brilliant.
Thomas Cook adding a bit to it. Thriving.
They're finished. They're actually are. They're gone.
There you go.
They're in spirit.
Their game is gone.
Thomas Cook, yeah, you are gone.
Your
So,
game's gone.
Scrap what I said earlier about the
Ryanair,
sponsorship.
step up. You know.
Package holidays need to go. Another reason why the game is gone is fantasy football because the game went last weekend. That game
Let's
was
get it up
awful.
Horrendous.
We
all had a shocker.
Mine wasn't bad. I think I got the most.
You got the most.
Hey.
I got saved by I had Berger Vine.
He scored
Stevie
goals.
Wonder.
Captain.
Stevie Bowajan.
So if you're watching us on
Needed
YouTube,
Jota last
the
week.
fantasy football stuff will be up on the screen now.
Yeah, I've had a mare. I might finish last.
I reckon I'm going to go above you, Alex, right? Soon. Bench boost this week. Oh yeah, I've got to use at some point. I've got a wild card and
Yeah,
free
but
hit to use
We're
still.
gaining points every week on you, Connell, mate. You better,
No.
step up with a few
Checking
weeks
my
ago.
shoulders.
I've just seen the person with the highest points got 101. They had Sarr captain against Liverpool.
Respect. Just absolute respect.
But it's just
That
got four
annoys
There's
me.
there's a bit of like collusion going on there.
How the
isn't
hell
there?
does he know they're gonna?
Exactly.
He didn't, did he?
Stupid.
38 points.
I got 2 players that got 0
Yeah,
in my
so
team.
I-
All my subs were 0 as well. So
2 players. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 players got
No
0.
player 0 here. A full strength side.
I think we all pretty much had Salah captain then, didn't we?
No.
Or a Liverpool
I
player.
had Mane.
I had
Mane.
Berger.
I should. I think him as no, he wasn't a price. Doherty though, 12 points. I was happy with that.
Calvert-Lewin, he's been saving me a bit.
Dunk nearly scored Saturday.
Does Calvert-Lewin go to the Euros?
No.
No.
Ings goes ahead of
It
it.
is.
I want Calvert-Lewin at the Euros. Something a bit different. I like it. I'm a big fan of that, you know.
Can we just mention something from last weekend? Me and Harvey, we were watching Brighton versus Palace, the 12:30 game on BT, and Harvey put a bet on, didn't he?
I thought, you know what? I'll check. It was Sky Bet. It was Zaha to have 1+ shot on target. I thought, tenner on that. That's like printing money, that is. So I was thinking, I was getting more and more nerves through the game as he didn't have a shot on target. And it got to the 90th minute, and obviously Palace are winning. No Brighton players back. Tossen through a goal, squares it to Zaha, open goal, hits the post. That's a shot on target. I was fuming. I could not believe it. And after that, he has to cheek to have another shot over the bar for about 6 yards.
How much was that to return
It'd
then?
been like £35 back. Well, £25 back, but 35 altogether. And didn't get it. Lost a tenner. I couldn't believe
Could you
it.
imagine when Tesson's just played it wide?
I was there screaming.
Open goal. Yeah! Oh my
That was like the
god!
I thought that's the money. There it is. And I went, oh my
You saw
god.
it, your eyes went green.
I was looking at the tweets after it, just like Zaha shot on target
That
on
was
Twitter,
like-
and there were so many angry people. It just made me feel a bit better.
That was like the Neto one in the Europa League. It was 2-2. It made it 3-2. He completely missed it all. Like,
I couldn't believe it.
If I had come back to the flat and my TV had gone through the windows, what's happened here?
I was tempted.
They
Then
knew
when
what
we
they
told
were
you,
doing
you
there
understood,
from the
didn't
start,
you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Sky
fair enough.
They're fully conjured.
It wasn't even
aren't
that. It wasn't even that shot which did it. The second shot did me even more because I don't know how he hasn't hit the target there either.
I've been sucked in, mate, with it. That's
Yeah.
Never again. Don't bet. When the fun
Easy bet.
stops. When the fun
Easy bet.
stops, up the stakes.
And on that note,
Not
we'll
something
leave
we
it
can
there
know.
for this
Yeah.
weekend. This week.
Yeah. this weekend, whatever.
Yeah, we'll be back again. We'll be back next week. We're back next week.
Minus me, I'm not here.
Oh, where are you?
On my jollies.
Where?
I'm going to New York this week.
Oh, it's alright for some.
He's hitting the bigger city.
We're going global.
I should be back in 2 weeks.
Do you know she's a lucky girl, isn't she?
Where are you taking her?
I don't know.
Hey?
Lovely.
Should we give a little preview then? What we're doing next week? What do you think?
Oh yeah, so this is the thing. I believe
we're organised
about haircuts next week, right? So please get in touch with us on social media.
Yeah.
We're looking for the best,
the worst, the greatest,
the most absurd in-player haircuts you've ever seen. This is going to be a classic. This one is. We're talking. Shamaki made an appearance earlier. Who else has had some awful haircuts?
Beckham's had some.
Jibril Cisse.
Javinho, was that his fault? Or was that just...
No, that's just God's fault, isn't it?
Fat Ronaldo with a little...
haircut he's been blessed with.
Fat Ronaldo had the little thing, didn't he? Like...
You're not here next week, mate.
I might put one
Don't
out.
get them all in now.
Aubameyang had green.
So that's just a little taster.
Yeah,
We're just drip feeding you there what's coming through next week. So you don't want to miss that one. You don't want to miss this one as well.
You don't miss any of them.
You don't want to miss any of them. The greatest football podcast in the world, potentially ever.
Hit us on Twitter with some of your
Yeah, get us on Twitter. We'll put a tweet out, but get us on Twitter with some awful and brilliant haircuts. So thank you for joining us today, lads.
Thank you.
And we'll enjoy talking about haircuts next week.
Canny wait.
See ya.